Welcome to Linnell Gymnasium. I'm Jay Harper along with Jeff Harper. Tonight, Jeff, Thornton Academy 1-3 on the year, facing the Noble Knights 0-5. Now, if you look at the heel point standings, Thornton Academy number 17, Noble number 19. Not much points for either team, but both teams looking for a victory tonight.
Well, Jay, BTV is 2-0, and we're here again tonight, and I think we're going to go 3-0 as far as BTV with Thornton Academy. I think the Trojans have the upper hand tonight, although anything can happen. We expect the Trojans to be improving, doing things a little bit more crisp out there, working more as a unit. And Noble's had some tough luck, 19 in the heel point ratings. Leads me to believe that they're going to have a tough time tonight, although I have not seen Noble play this year at all.
Well, Noble is dead last in the heel point standings at number 19. Thornton Academy won their last game of the season before the Christmas tournament, beating Massabesic. We covered that, and of course they played Old Orchard Beach, and they beat Old Orchard here in the Christmas tourney, and we covered that as well. So yes, we are, as casters, doing this 2-0. I don't know if we're picking these or just happen to be lucky, but Thornton Academy tonight has to come out, play their ball game, work against the press. That's what's been bothering them all year, is getting that ball up court and beating the press. So that'll be important to them tonight. Coach Gagney's looking for some consistency from all their ball players and to the bench. Their bench has been coming up and doing a good job, so he looks to go to his bench about 8 or 9 players deep and get some consistency in the play.
The Trojans have shown great ability to go right after the basket, take the ball, go inside. What their problems have been has been handling the basketball. And if they can handle the basketball, I think they will handle the Noble Knights without too much problem tonight.
Well, a good crowd on hand here at Linnell Gymnasium. I'm Jay Harper along with Jeff Harper. We'll be right back with starting lineups and tonight's action. We're set for action. High school basketball on BTV. Tonight, Thornton Academy 1-3 facing the 0-5 Noble Knights. Starting lineups have been introduced, and we're ready for the tip-off. Thornton Academy starting with their normal 5 that they've been using all year long. Craig Agresti and Matt Cook in the backcourt. Vic Bouchard along with Shea Demmons at the forwards and Al Pelletier at center. Noble Knights counter with Eric Allen and Matt Hickey. Pete Knight, Craig LaJoy, and Aaron Hickey. Aaron Hickey, number 40, 6'4" center. He's a big kid. And Vic Bouchard jumps center against Hickey. Tip controlled by Noble. Allen with the basketball. Gets it off to Matt Hickey, one of the tri-captains for the Knights. Driving against Matt Cook. Works inside, comes to the paint, up with a nice J. Rolls in. Nice play right there.
No doubt about it. He was going to shoot that basketball. He took it right in and worked Matt Cook for a shot. He made it count.
Thornton Academy now working against Noble. Good pressure out front. They fall into a 2-1-2 zone. Gresty up top. He'll take the three. Off to the side. Rebounded. Noble has control. Pete Knight with the board. Gets it off to Hickey. Hickey coming down the side again, working on Cook. Down low to Allen. Allen with the long shot outside. Yes! Noble jumps on top, 4-0.
Moving the ball well, the Noble Knights. They look very confident, like they have a plan and they know what they're doing.
It looked like they're using man-to-man pressure, then falling back into the zone. And the ball off the hands of Al Pelletier and out of bounds.
Beautiful pass by Craig Agresti. Al was open inside, but just couldn't hang on to that one.
Noble's got a large crowd on hand coming down to Saco to watch this one, and they're fired up and looking for their first victory of the year. Thornton Academy now a half-court zone press, and Noble gets right through it. Hickey comes down, gets it inside. And the ball
Al Pelletier took it right away, and here comes Craig Agresti.
Agresti into the forecourt now. He gets pounded from behind by Eric Allen, and that'll be the first team foul against Noble. The Knights on top, 4-0. 6 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first quarter. We're just underway at Linnell Gymnasium. Matt Cook inbounds, gets it on top to Agresti. Agresti for the three. No, just off the back of the rim. Rebound, Bouchard. Bouchard to Pelletier. Nice pass. It's going to count. He got fouled.
Nice pass from Vic Bouchard inside to Al Pelletier. And he was getting pushed away from the basket, and he made it count. He gets a chance for the three-pointer.
The first game I saw this year against Bonnie Eagle, Al Pelletier was deadly from inside. Every time he got his hands on the basketball, he put it right back up and in. And then he's had a few lazy games where he hasn't been part of the offense. He gets a nice three-point play right there, converts on the free throw. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Half-court zone press by Thornton Academy. Into Hickey. Hickey with a shot. He gets fouled. Craig Agresti on the foul, and Hickey will shoot two.
Noble moving that ball right away. They go back into Hickey, and he drew the foul from behind.
Matt Hickey, 6-foot senior, and he looks like a good one-on-one player. Looks like he has strong moves to the basket. First one off the front of the rim and no good.
Yes, he is the man they seem to be looking to early.
And he misses them both. Rebound by Pelletier. Clears the boards nicely. And Craig Agresti brings it into the forecourt over the timeline. Being guarded by Allen. Gets it off to Cook. Cook back out to Agresti. Fire pass in, knocked away. Allen gets control. And he brings it up into the forecourt.
That one was forced.
Hickey from long range. And there's going to be a foul underneath called against Noble.
Pete Knight.
Pete Knight, the 6-foot senior, picks up his first foul. Thornton Academy will have the basketball trailing by 1. Early moments of the first quarter. High school basketball on BTV. Thornton Academy looking for their second win in a row as far as regular season and their second win of the season. Matt Cook having problems with the ball, gets it off. Allen steps in front, makes a nice steal, coast to coast. No good, rebounded by Hickey, lost control, and Craig Agresti gets it. Trying to dribble out of pressure, and he's going to be fouled.
What a sequence of events there. Matt Cook has telegraphed that pass as he shuffled it off to Agresti on that play. And Allen picked it off but couldn't convert as Matt Cook made up with some strong defensive pressure on his part.
Substitution in for Noble. Number 22 checks in the lineup. Donnie Knight. Agresti down inside to Pelletier. Nice pass, but a lot of maroon uniforms around there by Noble. Tough one for Pelletier to get a hold of. Goes out of bounds off the Knights, and TA has the basketball. Demons down low to Cook. Cook goes up for the J. It's short, way short. Hits nothing. Rebounded by Hickey. Gets it off to Matt Hickey. He bombs, yes, and that's a three. Trifecta for Matt Hickey. And it's now 7-3, Noble.
Well, the Trojans got to get somebody on him in a hurry.
Agresti throws it away. Picked up by Aaron Hickey off to Matt Hickey. He drives baseline. Nice J. Yes! He's on fire.
Time for a timeout, I'd say.
They need to regroup. Down now 9-3 quickly. Nice pass inside to Pelletier. He's short on the shot. Rebounded by Pete Knight.
Calling on Vic Bushard inside on the rebound.
Noble Knights have 2 Knights, Pete Knight and Donnie Knight, and they also have 2 Hickeys, or assuming they're brothers, Aaron Hickey and Matt Hickey. And this is Donnie Knight with the basketball. Double teamed out front. Gets a nice pass into Hickey. Hickey down low. Shot up, no good. A rebound by Pete Knight, and he gets tied up in the arrow in favor of Noble. They'll have the basketball underneath their own hoop, leading 9-3.
Good job by Vic Bushard getting his hand in on the ball to tie it up.
Matt Hickey down low to Aaron Hickey, throws it up, no good. Ball bounds away off Pete Knight, and Thornton Academy will have the basketball.
Defensively, the Trojans are losing ground on the boards, and they're giving away the inside position.
Half-court press set up by Noble. Agresti drives in the lane, fires it up short, rebounded by Bushard. Bushard gets the nice rebound. And they're going to call a foul reaching in on Donnie Knight.
Fine move by Craig Agresti going into the lane. Comes up short. As their shooting touch is a little off this evening so far.
Well, it's a 9-3 ball game halfway through the first period. Noble playing with a lot of confidence, and especially Matt Hickey. Bushard one-on-one situation, misses the first, almost gets his own rebound. Pete Knight gets it off to Aaron Hickey, over to Donnie Knight, brings it into the forecourt. Down low to Matt Hickey, fire up from 3, yes! Trifecta number 2, Matt Hickey.
Somebody's got to get on him down there. He's setting himself up nicely.
He can feel it. 12-3 now. Demons drives the baseline, tries to get it into Pelletier, ball taken away. Matt Hickey down the sideline, he loses control. And the Trojans will have the basketball, trailing 12-3. Matt Hickey with 2 threes, a couple of J's, counting for 10 of their 12 points so far in the first period. Matt Cook pulls up, no good. Rebound tipped up and in, and actually Aaron Hickey tapped that one in for Noble for the Trojans. They'll take the 2, it's now 12-5.
Al Pelletier will get credited with that basket, as he has all 5 Trojan points.
Thornton Academy using the half-court zone press. Matt Hickey off to Donnie Knight. Pass inside for Pete Knight. Errant. Pelletier gets it off to Agresti. Agresti loses control, and there's Donnie Knight coming coast to coast. He'll go up with the left hand nicely, and it's a 14-5 ball game. This pressure is causing the Trojans trouble, as we mentioned at the top of the telecast. Thornton Academy has had problems all year long breaking the press. Bushard from the baseline comes inside, throws up a running one-hander, almost makes it, and he gets fouled.
Just handling the basketball in general. They throw the ball away a lot, and they're just careless. As we get 3 new subs in for Thornton Academy.
Randy Smith, Guy Langelier, and Mike LaBelle check into the lineup, along with Chris Parity. So, wholesale substitutions for Coach Gagne. He's been doing that a lot this year. He did it in the Christmas tournament. And he also has Kevin Goslin on the side ready to check in for Bushard, but he's shooting 2 right now, so he can't check in. And Bick misses the first one. 14-5, Noble. Second one up and in. Now 14-6, the substitution will be made. And a fresh 5 on the court for Thornton Academy.
It's fortunate that you can put in a whole second 5 and feel that they can keep the same ground as your starting 5, or maybe even gain some ground.
Oh, they've had some success this year, this 5. They've done well when they've been on the court together. Matt Hickey working. They're trying to set up picks for him, get him free. Drives the paint, dishes off nicely. Shot up and good. Number 42, Steve Guptill into the lineup. He's 6'4" senior. And a nice dish off by Hickey, and it's now 16-6.
He exploited his size situation.
Randy Smith on top. Down low to LaBelle. He fires up from 3. In and out. Tapped around, controlled by Donnie Knight.
Not much you can do when you're cold. You just keep on trying. Trojans are cold.
TA now in a man-to-man defense, and there's Hickey from 3. Yes! This kid's something else. He's got 3 3-pointers now. 13 points in the first quarter. Kid's having a career in the first quarter. Goslin throws it away, and Donnie Knight comes down with it. And he gets tripped up from behind by Parody, and there'll be a foul on Chris.
Well, for one thing, when you're down by 13 points, you got to be a little more careful with the basketball. That last pass thrown right into the middle without, I don't know, without an apparent receiver in there.
They just seem to be razzled a bit. And for an 0-5 team, Noble's showing a lot of talent, especially Matt Hickey. He's working right now on Smith. Comes to the paint again. He'll go up for the J. That one will be off to the side. Rebound by Smith.
Well, he's not shy, is he?
And he has no reason to be when he can fire it up like that. Keep shooting. Thornton Academy working it on top. Down low, Goslin being double teamed. He goes baseline pass to Parody. He walked with the basketball.
Nice pass by Kevin Goslin inside. Parody just taking steps before he get that ball up there.
Knights on top by 13. 1 minute, 25 seconds left, first quarter. Thornton Academy applying full court pressure. The Knights get by it. Here comes Donnie. Over to Guptill. Blocked by Randy Smith.
Nice play, Randy.
Noble will have the basketball underneath. On top by 13. Gets it into Hickey, being guarded by LaBelle. Looking. Goes baseline. Cut off by LaBelle. Back out to Knight. Hickey's wide open. Langelier comes out. Fouls him. They don't call it. Another 3 for Matt Hickey.
Interesting sequence there. The pass. Hickey gets it out to the top of the key. They go and double number 22 at the top of the key, Danny Knight, and then leave Hickey all alone for 3 in the corner.
Can't leave that kid alone. If you're guarding him, you got to stay all over him. Goslin from outside, and he hits. 22-8 now. 16-point Noble advantage. Knight drives in, goes up with a layup, no good. Noble's all over that one. Loose ball rolling on the floor. Jump ball, and the arrow in favor of the Trojans. Well, they got to put someone blanketing Matt Hickey. They got to get their best defender on him. He's got strong moves to the hoop, and he can fire it up from long range.
Well, this is a very large deficit here in the first quarter. The Trojans take a little more care of that basketball. They find themselves a lot closer.
If they don't get their act together, they could fall out of the picture early. No need to panic, but still, they got to get their stuff together. Langelier misses an easy bucket in front. And the ball goes out of bounds, and Noble will have it. 15 seconds left.
They're just ice cold. There's no two ways about it.
Time winding down in the first quarter. Matt Hickey has his hands on the basketball. They need to look to double him. Working on Smith, comes to the paint, gets it off. Wide open, number 15. Fires it up. It's good. R.J. Latender into the lineup, throws up his first shot, calmly sinks it. We have ourselves a 24-8 ball game at the end of 1. You're watching high school basketball on BTV. Back at Linnell Gymnasium in Saco, Jay Harper along with Jeff Harper. Thornton Academy being totally dominated by the Noble Knights. They're on top 24-8. Matt Hickey, 4 3-pointers, Jeff, along with a couple of J's. He's got himself 16 out of Noble's 24 points.
He's putting on a shooting clinic out there tonight, and the Trojans just very cold, missing the shots. They've had a lot of good opportunities inside, but we stand a difference here of 16 points, and with 8 more minutes to go in the first half, we need a major turnaround.
Well, Thornton Academy definitely having problems with the press again, and then when they have been breaking it, they've been missing the layups inside.
And Noble, on the other hand, everything they're throwing up now is connecting, and they need to get strong coverage against Matt Hickey. They need someone to be all over him, just shadowing him all over the court. Whoever's covering him cannot leave him. Noble on top by 16. They'll inbounds to start the second quarter. Aaron Hickey gets it in to R.J. Latender, who hit that last shot at the buzzer to end the first quarter. Now Matt Hickey working on Smith. Gets it off to Aaron Hickey. Cuts inside. He'll be fouled from behind. Randy Smith will pick up the personal. Thornton not in the bonus situation yet. Noble inbound underneath their own basket. Thornton Academy 1-3. Noble Knights 0-5. But Noble on top by 16. Early moments, second quarter. Aaron Hickey drives strong to the hole. Nice move. They're inspired right now. Something's going to happen. Thornton Academy has to change the momentum. Noble having it all their way now. Goslin throws it away inside. Pete Knight gets the loose ball, gets it off to Matt Hickey. They slow it down, playing with a lot of poise and composure and confidence.
And you wonder if the Trojans might have been a little overconfident tonight, thinking that 17-19 in the heel points.
Matt Hickey from no man's land, and that almost fell in and out. He was 4 feet behind the three-point line. And Thornton Academy throws it away, and Noble will have the basketball. Thornton Academy needs a timeout. They need to talk about this.
It's communication, intuition out there. Matt Parody just threw that ball, and Smith was not moving. He was stationary. Parody thought he was moving up court. It was an anticipatory move, and it didn't happen.
Guptill gets the basketball, fires down low to Pete Knight. Knight gets it over to Latender. Latender to Guptill, the 6-foot big man out on top, looking for help. Finds Eric Allen. Allen off to Latender. Down low to Knight. Knight goes baseline, gets it blocked from behind by Smith. But that'll be Noble's basketball. Randy Smith got a piece of that one. 26-8, 6:50 left, first half. Noble on top. Long inbound pass knocked away by Goslin. And the first unit still sitting for Coach Gagne. The second unit has had very little success tonight coming in. Tender with the basketball. RJ works against LaBelle. Looking for help. Over to Allen. Allen back to Latender. Over to Hickey. Aaron Hickey drives inside. And Chris Parody would be whistled for the foul. And Coach Gagne goes back to his first unit. 5 fresh players back in. Thornton Academy trailing 26-8. Now in the bonus situation is Noble. They'll be shooting 1-1. Junior Aaron Hickey to the line. He's 6'4", and that last time he went to the hole, Jeff, he went there with authority and went up with the left hand.
Did a nice move.
As you were saying, Thornton Academy may have come in overconfident. 0-5 Noble. I was talking to football coach Dick Agresti, and he mentioned that too. He said it should be an easy one, but he said I've seen this before where they've come into a game they should win, and something quite similar has happened. And it's happening in big fashion here in the first half. Hickey gets 1 of 2, 27-8 now.
Well, if you combine poor ball handling and poor shooting together, that's going to get you really in trouble in a hurry. Then the hot hand by Hickey.
They're using that full court, then half court pressure where they're looking for the trap right over the timeline. And it's caused TA a lot of problems. Nice pass inside by Agresti. Shea Demons up with a J in the paint, and it's a pretty one. And Thornton Academy breaks their scoreless drought, 27-10 now.
Nice turnaround by Demons.
Long pass down to Pete Knight, cuts inside, gets it off to Latender, goes up with a left-hander. Bounce, in and out, knocked out of bounds, I believe, by Pelletier. It'll be Noble's basketball. The outside official had the call on that one. 17-point advantage early in the second quarter for Noble. Latender over to LaJoy. LaJoy on top. Latender cuts in, goes up with the left hand, in and out. Rebounded by Demons. He's fouled from behind by Knight.
Hit pretty hard by Pete Knight in play. And I believe we've reached the penalty situation.
Both teams now in the penalty, 1-1 the rest of the half. Shea Demons will be going to the line.
Well, this could make or break the Trojans right here. If they can pick up some 1-on-1 action and collect.
Well, we saw that big game earlier in the year against Massabesic, the first one we covered, where Craig Agresti just lit up the scoreboard from three-point range, and he's been quiet since. He really needs to get on track outside for Thornton Academy. Maybe connect on a couple of threes and get some points back in a hurry and get some momentum going. And there's a foul on Thornton Academy, and the Knights will come back the other way and shoot a 1-and-1.
They called a token foul on Matt Cook down inside on that rebound as he was reaching in. Although contact was questionable, he had the ball. They're going to call that one.
Ball up, no good. Pelletier gets a loose ball. And everything's going Noble's way now. The loose ball came off. Pelletier grabbed it, was falling out of bounds, and the referee whistled him for a foot on the line. Noble has it underneath their own basket now. 5:51 left, second quarter. There's Hickey. And they're calling another foul. And this time it's going the other way. A blocking foul away from the basketball. Be called against Craig LaJoy. And I believe Shea Demons will come back to shoot another 1-and-1. I guess it'll be Vic Bouchard. Thornton Academy has to make these free throws to stay in this ball game or to get back in it. They're not in it right now to get back in it. There's a timeout on the court. We'll take a break. You're watching high school basketball on BTV. Back at Linnell Gymnasium, camera on the Thornton Academy cheerleaders. Just like to run down their names, doing an outstanding job this year. A lot of them doing football and basketball. Cheering on the Thornton Academy basketball group. Co-captains this year, Angela McAuliffe and Jennifer Foster, Jennifer Fernald, Tricia Kelly, Lori Willette, Sue Hewitt, Mary Anderson, Christina Anton, Jessica Hazlitt, Wendy Netto, and Nicole Paquette. Thornton Academy cheering staff. BTV salutes them in their fine efforts this year. Well, Jeff, if you're Coach Gagne, what do you do right now to try to break the momentum of the Knights?
Well, whenever Hickey's in the ball game, you got to get your best guard forward on him to keep him away from the basketball. Offensively, you know, you hope to get hot. There's not much you can do when a team is cold, except find a guy who's not cold. And hopefully they can connect on these foul shots and take advantage of this penalty situation, as it seems they're going to the line every time they get their hands on the ball.
Well, they might look to go full court pressure too. Whether with the zone, they've been using a half court press, like looking for the trap at half court. But they may be forced to do full court pressure real soon to get back in this one. And Craig Agresti needs to find the range from outside. Bouchard makes them both. That helps. 27-12 now, Noble on top.
Well, they are pressing here, and if this is a slight gamble.
Go to the man-to-man press. Latender gets by Agresti with no problem at all. Comes into the paint, keeps moving. Nice dish off to Guptill. Up with a J, no good. Tapped outside. And a foul on Hickey, I believe. Looked like he did a good job getting up there and just tapping it away. Tough call right there for Noble.
And that defensive board, the Trojans kind of sagging in a little bit and going to find themselves the rebounds going over their head. And back to the line goes Vic Bouchard.
Well, watching Noble, it's hard to believe they're 0-5 unless we don't really know who they played so far this year, but they look like a decent ball club. Bouchard way off on the free throw.
There's poor research on our part to not have right at hand the opponents they have lost to. But
on your part, that's what you're supposed to do. Here comes Latender into the forecourt, being guarded by Agresti. Gets it off to Hickey. Hickey down low for the J. He's up. Boy, he throws it up so quick. Man all over him, but he still puts it right up and gets it off. Surprised he doesn't get those blocked. The foul's going to be on Cook, I believe. And Hickey will shoot two.
Well, his 16 turns out to be the difference, the marker here, and any other team that could stifle him could probably really take a major punch out of this offense.
But they've shown other strengths inside, and Noble has a decided height advantage. Guptill's 6'4", along with Aaron Hickey. Two big kids, and they both play well underneath. He makes them both. It's 29-12, back to a 17-point advantage for the Knights. Matt Cook bringing up slowly. Noble looks for the double team. They don't get it. Bouchard throws it inside and throws it away. They're trying to force that ball inside to who, I don't know. It's just really not there for them. It's got to be a clear-cut pass underneath before they should go inside. Something they haven't been doing is moving the ball around out front and wait and look for the opportunity underneath.
These kinds of things you expect a team to gel together, and sometimes they look like maybe it's the first time they played out there as a unit together.
Latender's shot up no good, rebounded by Demmons, and Agresti gets it over the timeline. Stops, gets it off to Demmons. Demmons down low to Bouchard. Bouchard tries to dribble it, loses control. Pete Knight gets it off to Matt Hickey. Thornton Academy in total disarray. Matt Hickey working on Matt Cook. Drives baseline, pulls up, gets it off to Guptill. Guptill over to Latender. Latender down low to Knight. Knight fires up. It's long, way long. Loose ball picked up by Matt Cook. Cook brings it up court. Pulls up. High off the glass, bounces out. And the officials are calling a tight ball game underneath. Al Pelletier whistled for the reach-in over the back of Knight.
And nothing will fall. Is there a leprechaun up there?
And Thornton Academy comes with wholesale changes again. Only one staying in the lineup is Craig Agresti. That's kind of surprising too, Jeff. As a coach, would you prefer that 5-on-5 change, or when you saw your second five come in and not have much success, would you look to maybe just substitute 2 or 3 and look for a different combination that might click for you?
Well, I would definitely, depending on the unit, like you don't know how these kids work in practice and how they play together as a unit, but usually it's like you got a guy who's hot, a guy who's cold, everybody can't shoot, try to get a shooter in there. The shooter can't come in there, maybe somebody inside who can do some banging. But this flip-flop that the Trojans are using, it doesn't seem to be hurting them, put it that way.
Well, it's not helping. They're down by 17 right now. Noble having everything their way, and they got the basketball. Hickey drives in again, leans in, no good. And there it is again, over the back call. The officials calling a very tight ball game underneath the basket, but doing it both ways.
They're not boxing out. The Trojan defensive rebounding, they're not boxing out. They're kind of collapsing inside, and that's giving Noble all the confidence to just heave the basketball up there because they're getting second shots.
And so far, actually, the reach over the backs have been called, so it's a good thing for Thornton that there is a tight ball game being officiated. Langelier 1-and-1 situation. First one's up and good. 29-13. 3 minutes, 52 seconds left, first half. Langelier misses a second, bounces away. Rebounded by Guptill, stolen by Smith. Smith goes up. What he threw up, I don't know. Was up in the air, wasn't sure if he was going to shoot or not.
It was well defended from behind by Matt Hickey, who got a hand on the ball. Kind of partially blocked it.
Nice steal by Smith. He stepped inside and made the steal on the rebound pass, but then he went up and wasn't sure if he was going to shoot or pass off. Got caught up in the air, and now Steve Guptill will shoot 1-and-1 for Noble.
20/20 hindsight would have allowed Mr. Smith to dish that ball right away inside, but
Guptill connects. 30-13. Noble enjoying a 17-point cushion for most of the second quarter. He makes them both. The big guy from the line, 2 for 2. Thornton Academy trailing now by 18. Noble's biggest margin of the contest. Agresti gets it off to Parity, loses control for a second. Back out to Agresti. He fires up the 3, in and out. Rebounded by Parity, off to the baseline. Drives inside, comes in nicely. No good. Rebound picked up by Matt Hickey.
The ball is just a brick out there for Thornton this evening. And it won't fall through.
Matt Hickey working on Smith. Gets it off tonight, over to Guptill. Guptill looking inside, and Agresti fouls Eric Allen from behind, and he'll shoot a 1-and-1. Agresti's fired up about 3 from three-point range, and all of them have been just off the mark. They need for those to start falling. Noble looking for their first victory of the year, and they came to Saco ready to play. Good crowd for them, followed them down to Saco. And Matt Hickey has been on fire for the Knights, leading the way. Missed free throw, bounces out of bounds off TA. Noble retains possession. Hickey working on Smith, goes baseline, drives in, rolls out. Loose ball, Guptill gets it, he fires up. No good, rebound, taken away by Randy Smith. Smith gets it off to LaBelle. LaBelle working on Allen, gets it off to Smith. Smith down in the corner, back out front to LaBelle. Smith again. Now over to Goslin. Goslin drives baseline, gets it inside to Langelier, nicely blocked nicely by Guptill, and he gets the loose ball. A fine pass by Goslin, but Guptill all over Langelier. Down low to Aaron Hickey, up, no good, rebound Smith. Gets it off to LaBelle, 31-13, 2:25 left, second quarter. Noble in their 2-1-2 zone, kind of a matchup thing. LaBelle from three, way off, hits the glass, and Aaron Hickey gets the rebound, and he dribbles up slowly. Off to Allen. Allen over to Pete Knight. Knight to Guptill. Guptill on the baseline from three-point range. Looks inside for Hickey, there he is. Matt Hickey, fall away, no good, bounces away. They're gonna call a foul right there on Chris Parody. Number 30 for TA, fouling number 30 for Noble, Pete Knight. Kind of a tough call, but they've called it that way the entire ball game.
You know, I talked to Dick Martin, a former TA basketball star, and before the game, and his squad back in 1969-70 here scored a record 104 points. And I mentioned tonight that maybe the Trojans could score 100 points, and now Perch with 100. Well, 13 points with 157 to go in the half.
I don't know, Jeff, you were good at predictions for football season, but not close tonight. And there it is, Steve Guptill, another two for the Knights. And now they lead 33-13, a 20-point advantage. Pass in the corner, Goslin gets control. Looks cross court, gets it to Smith. Smith drives baseline on Guptill, off to Langelier. Open is Goslin. Goslin comes inside nicely, overshoots the basket, off the glass, rebounded by Hickey. And he gets it off to Knight. 3-on-2, now 4-on-3. Matt Hickey, Pete Knight. Oh, there was a walk there, there was a walk there. The officials got that one. Almost missed it. 33-13, 1 minute, 16 seconds left, first half. Trojans scoring 13 points in the first half so far, Jeff. You think they still got a shot at the 100?
Well, they'd have to heat up with a microwave.
An industrial size one. Chris Parody on top, being guarded by Guptill. Over to LaBelle. Parody from three. He'll fire it up, it's short. Rebounded all alone, Smith. And he puts it up and in. Thornton Academy breaks another drought they had. They're at 13 for quite a while there. Now 33-15. That's got to be a charge. And it is. Chris Parody set up good position right there. And when Latender went up to make the pass, he got off his feet, plowed into Parody, and Parody will shoot 1-and-1.
Great sacrifice there. Self-sacrificing, taking that charge.
And they got to do whatever necessary now. These free throws, very important. Got to make these, get another turnover. Try to make up 4 or 6 right before the half. Get some momentum going into the locker room. Regroup, come out and start anew. Parody up, swish. He'll get the second.
If they can get it to start following through with a little bit of consistency here, that's the only way.
Parody gets the bonus shot now. 33-16, 48 seconds left. And it's good. Parody makes them both. 33-17, the margin cut to 16.
Great concentration by Parody. Sometimes when you're getting beat bad, you lose your concentration. You can't concentrate when things are going wrong so much.
Latender gets it over the timeline, being guarded by LaBelle, double team. They can't leave Hickey alone. They do. He takes out another three. The kid is unconscious. Unconscious. 26 seconds left. That's his 5th three-pointer of the first half. He's putting on a clinic. Parody Smith having trouble. Finds Parody knocked out of bounds by Matt Hickey. Now 36-17. They cut it to 16 quickly, back to 19. Matt Hickey just fires it up, and it's been in the hole. Knocked away by Knight. Throws it long court. He throws it back away. Gosselin gets it back. Dribbling, loses control. Matt Hickey comes away with it. 5 seconds. Gets it over to Aaron Hickey. Up with a lefty. In and out and in. And instead of getting the momentum back, Thornton Academy loses it. That's the end of the first half. Noble gets their biggest advantage of the half. They're up 21, 38-17. Trojans behind. We'll take a break, come back with some halftime talk. You're watching high school basketball on BTV. Try to get us on camera with the headsets on. Just sitting here at the half. Back at Linnell Gymnasium in Saco, Jay Harper along with Jeff Harper. First half completed. The 0-5 Noble Knights leading 38-17, Jeff. They're up 21 points, and the story so far has been Matt Hickey for the Knights. 5 3-pointers.
He's got 21 points, that 21-point difference. And of course, like we said at the top of the show, the Trojans had to handle the ball well, and then it goes without saying they got to put the ball in the basket. And so far tonight, they've done neither of those. They have not been able to handle the basketball. They've not been able to put the ball in the basket. And so 21 points down, and a tremendous thing to try to take over in the second half.
They need a complete turnaround, like you were saying earlier. You know, the first half just kind of a nightmare for them. Nothing worked for them. They were being bothered by the pressure. The three-pointers weren't falling. The layups weren't falling. And it's just been a tough first half for them. They trailed by 21. They had cut it to 16 at one point with about a minute to go. And then Hickey hit from 3, and the kid hit one at the buzzer. And they're back by 21 right now.
Tough battle. Al Pelletier leads the Trojan scorers with 5 points tonight. And of course, we mentioned Hickey, and also helping out Hickey is an Aaron Hickey, who has 5 points for Noble, the other leading scorer.
Well, we got our new headsets here on BTV. We're very happy to have these and proud to be showing you on camera. Jay Harper along with Jeff Harper. We're almost set for second half action. Thornton Academy down by 21. They're 1-3 facing the 0-5 Noble Knights. Look like a much better team. We'll be right back with second half action. Okay.
A lot more away from Matt Hickey. He hit 1 3-pointer, but that's all he got in the third quarter was 3 points. So they did their job there. They've got to do more of the same. They've got to treat that basketball like it's a precious thing and not be too careless with it. And hopefully they can make this game a win. Put it in the win column.
Well, exactly. Every possession has to be like it's the last shot of the game. They can't be careless with the basketball. Every time up the floor really counts now. Latenda driving inside the paint. And they're going to call a hand on Mike LaBelle. Good call right there. LaBelle had his hand resting on Latender. And I think both teams in the penalty now.
Well, a good ball handler can get that call almost all the time if they can take that ball into the paint right there. And the man guarding him is backing off and trying to hold his ground, and he ends up pushing.
And RJ connects on the first one. And something you might forget if you're defending against Latender is that he's left-handed. So he's strong to the left side. And he makes them both. Thornton Academy now trailing by 14. Pressure defense put on by the Knights. LaBelle gets it off to Demons. Demons way outside, looks over to Cook. Cook inside to Pelletier. Pelletier turns, faces up, no good. Rebounded by Bouchard. Nice play right there. He gets swatted at, but it goes in. Big Bouchard having a great second half.
12 points on the night, 8 this half.
He played well against Old Lordship in the Christmas tournament. We saw him play, had his best game of the year. Doing a fine job in the second half here. Ball thrown away by Noble. Got to get it. No. And confusion between Matt Cook and Mike LaBelle, because that was touched by the Trojans. They needed to get possession before it went out of bounds, and they almost let it go, then decided to go for it. And the Knights have the basketball into Guptill. Guptill to Hickey, to Hickey, to RJ. Latender fires up and good. I tell you what, one gets cold, another one gets hot. Aaron Hickey's three-pointer in the third quarter was probably the biggest shot of the game. Thornton Academy had momentum, was cutting the lead to 8, and Hickey slammed it in to make an 11-point bulge.
Strong move by Matt Cook right there, and I don't know how he dished that off inside to Big Bouchard. He picked up the foul on the move, but a heck of a pass.
And he'll shoot 1 and 1. 50-36, 14-point lead for the Knights. In the fourth quarter now, it's RJ Latender getting 4 points in a hurry. They've done well shutting off Matt Hickey, but the rest of the Knights have been there. And Cook sinks the first. He'll get the bonus. 50-37 now.
I find that high watermark. The Trojans have cut it right down to 8 this half, but now it's hovering at the 12 to 14 mark.
Misses the second. Short, rebounded by Pelletier, though. Oh, tough inside pass by Matt Cook. He fired in there real quickly, and there was a mess of players all bunched up. Ball goes out of bounds, and Noble gets control. Matt Hickey over the timeline, being covered by Cook. Comes inside, fires up, no good. Rebound Bouchard. Bouchard being double teamed. Gets it off to LaBelle. 50-37, very important possession every time down. Demons looks across court to Cook. Cook drives inside nicely. Whoa, pretty move inside.
Beautiful move by Matt Cook. And Noble had no reason to throw the ball up their last possession the way they did.
2-on-1, now 3-on-1. There's Hickey for an easy 2. Thornton Academy caught out of position on the press. Al Pelletier was all by himself, and Hickey filled the lane, and a nice pass off, and he got the layup. 52-39, back to 13 points. Bouchard from the baseline, yes. Vic Bouchard shooting with a lot of confidence. And back to 11. Things heat up here a little bit. Lob pass, knocked away by Thornton Academy. Matt Cook gets control, cuts inside, goes to the hole, dish off to Bouchard. Bouchard stripped from behind. And there's going to be a foul called on RJ Latender. It looked like a nice strip from behind, but Bouchard the benefit of a stray hand, I guess.
I think it was a little pressure inside. Danny Knight on the inside was pushing back. There was 2 men on him. And a fine play by Matt Cook as he came up with a loose ball. Took it right inside, dished it off nicely to create that opportunity. And now they're poised down by 11 with a chance to go to the line and cut it to 9.
52-41, 11-point lead. Noble takes a timeout. We'll take a break. You're watching high school basketball on BTV. Can we get in? Back at Linnell Gymnasium in Saco, Jay Harper along with Jeff Harper. Thornton Academy cutting it to 11, a chance to cut it to 9. Still plenty of time, 5 minutes, 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
We can taste it. We can get this thing exciting. We got to hit some foul shots here. Vic Bouchard at the line. If he can hit these 2, we're making it a game.
He's been the story so far in the third and fourth quarter for the Trojans. Vic Bouchard on fire, and he goes to line to shoot 2 right now. Noble, though, been unbelievable from the three-point range. 7 3-pointers for a team. 6 by Matt Hickey, 1 by Aaron Hickey.
Well, they can taste victory, and this is their first one, and they're not going to let this go without a big fight, and they're pulling out the stops right now.
Trojans trying to claw back into it. I can think of a great pun, but I guess we won't use it on this broadcast about the Hickey brothers being on fire, but we'll let that one go. Vic Bushard hits the first one. It's now a 10-point ball game. Thornton Academy lineup: Craig Agresti, Vic Bushard, Guy Langelier, Al Pelletier, and Randy Smith. And there's a little different lineup for Coach Gagne right there.
A lot of poise there. Vic Bushard hits them both. The press jump on him when he picks up that ball.
Full court press now. Noble breaks it. 2-on-1, gets it off to Guptill. Goes against Pelletier, and it rolls in for Steve Guptill. Tough break for the Trojans. They had good pressure on right there, and Noble counters with two of their own. 1-2-2 zone for the Knights. Bushard gets away with a walk, comes inside, tries to feed Langelier. He comes up with it, fires it up and good. Kind of a Hail Mary, but it falls for the Trojans. Back to a 9-point ball game. Noble, though, doing a great job breaking the press. Very poised. R.J. Latender, someone's going to get on him. He can fire, and Agresti does. Looking inside to Guptill. He gets it. Turns inside with the left hand. Just misses. Matt Hickey, no good. Actually, Aaron Hickey, no good.
Very fortunate to come up with the ball this time, the Trojans, as they gave him another opportunity.
Ooh, tough call right there against R.J. Latender. Got the loose ball. Tried to dish it off as he was rolling down, and they called a walk on him. Big opportunity for the Trojans. They can cut it to 7 with a hoop here. Randy Smith will inbound. The Knights in a 2-1-2 zone. Thornton Academy in their box. Gets it into Agresti. Agresti over to Langelier. Langelier swings it to Smith. Back to Langelier. There's Agresti open. Cuts inside nicely. Goes up with a J. Yes! A fine move by the sophomore. And it's a 7-point ball game. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left.
A lot of poise on that move right there by Craig Agresti.
Tapped away by Langelier. Picked up by Smith.
No way. No way. That's a possession. That's a steal play.
Exactly. Coach Gagne arguing that call, and that was a poor call right there because he grabbed the ball as he had both feet straddling the line. He didn't catch it, then go over. He had 2 feet over, crossing the line, straddling it when he got possession.
And the ball came over before it was knocked away.
That's right. Tough call right there for the Trojans. They had a chance to cut it to 5. Hickey now working on Smith. Works inside, throws up a prayer, and I can't believe they're going to call a foul on that one. Tough call again for the Trojans, and they seem to go the way of the Knights.
He's kind of looking like a gunner out there right now. You know, Matt Hickey, they don't need to shoot the ball up right away. And he threw up a crazy shot. He was lucky to get a shooting foul called on that play. And he is a good shooter.
Well, he's their go-to player, and he's trying to create something, and maybe trying to create too much, as you're saying, because the rest of his team is doing a fine job, even though he's been kind of shut off in the second half. He makes the first free throw, gets them both, and
a Noble violation.
Maybe a makeup call there.
Too fast.
Okay, the lead's at 8 now. Trojans have a chance to cut it to 6. That would be the smallest margin since the first quarter. Craig Agresti over the timeline. The Knights looking to trap. They get the trap. Langelier over to Smith. Smith wide open. Throws up to Jay. No good. It comes long. Rebound Langelier taken away by Allen. The Knights have it. Tough break for the Trojans. Just under 4 minutes to go. High school basketball on BTV. Matt Hickey, he'll go to the hole. And a foul. It counts. And he's fired up. And that may be the one that breaks the camel's back right there. A strong move to the basket.
Well, they cleared right out for him and let him go. And he knows how to go in and pick up the foul. Very talented basketball player. He's put on some fine moves tonight. And I would say that if they go any further than this, yes, it is definitely out of their reach.
Well, they had a chance once to cut it to 5. The tough call against them. Then they got another opportunity to cut it to 6, and they lost possession of the basketball. Right now, the Knights on top, 57-47. 3 minutes, 51 seconds left in this one. You're watching high school basketball on BTV. Well, Matt Hickey that time, Jeff, had the floor cleared out for him on the right side, and no one for the Trojans looked to help out on the defense. They had their backs turned to him because in that situation, Randy Smith needed some help. Hickey's a strong player to the hole as well as a great outside shooter, and he went to the hole with authority, got by Smith and went up with a shot, made it good and got the foul. He's got a chance for a three-pointer here. Not his patented three-pointer from long range, but
he gave him too much room on the right side. Randy Smith might have wanted to try to force him on the left side, make him go back into the pack, keep him away from his wide open spot where he can go there, force him into some traffic. But now Randy Smith's been doing a fine job on Matt Hickey. Matt Hickey has 29 points, looking for his 30th right now.
What's great to see is that the Noble Knights are 0-5 on the year, yet they have a great contingent here tonight, probably as large as the Thornton Academy crowd on hand. The shot no good. And we have a youngster on the court. Official very wisely seeing that and stopping play.
In all my years coming to basketball, you know, in the past, I don't believe I ever seen that before.
I can't say I have either. A 2-year-old toddler on the court, dragged off by one hand by mom.
And heading over to the Thornton Academy side in the coach's area.
Agresti fires a three. Off to the side, no good. Rebounded by Demmons. Demmons comes inside strong, reaches in. Yes! Shea Demmons gets the foul and the hoop. Trojans cut it to 8.
In a hurry. They're only 9 seconds off the clock there, and with three and a half, close to 4 minutes left, still in the ball game.
And that was a great move by Shea Demmons. Worked inside 3 players, got hit with a body, reached in with a hand in between 2 players, and a weird angle that he had to shoot that at with his right hand. Got it to fall, and goes to the line with a chance to cut it to 7. Trojans are hanging tough. On their part, being down 21 to come back and get into this one, it's a good effort. Something they can be proud of. He hits. 7-point ball game, 57-50. Matt Hickey with the basketball. Trojans 2-1-2 zone press. Just gets over the hands of Shea Demmons. Looks outside to Aaron Hickey. He cuts in. He's out of control. Craig Agresti steals it, gets away with a walk, and he'll bring it up court. A chance to cut it to 5. Trojans got to be patient. Look for the shot. There's still time. Matt Cook wide open. He can shoot from that distance. Looks inside again and throws it away. They try to force it inside too quickly. Move it around out front. Wait for that to set up.
Too careless with the ball.
Chance to cut it to 5, and they don't get a shot off. That's a tough break for the Trojans. Matt Hickey on top now, working against Matt Cook. Over to Pete Knight. Down the low post to Allen. He'll throw it up. Bang! Inside the 3-point range. That's 2, 59-50. Over to Demmons. Cross court to Bouchard. Bouchard thinks about it. Gets it to Agresti. Agresti over to Cook. Matt's got to fire that up. They leave him alone. He's got to take it. Craig Agresti from long range, in and out, just missing again.
Can't
Now
find that tonight.
Matt Hickey gets it off to Aaron Hickey. Down low to Pete Knight. Gets it inside to Gupto, and he's fouled by Craig Agresti. A smart foul right there. That was an easy 2 for Steve Gupto. And I believe that's going to be the 5th foul on Craig Agresti. Tough night for him. Just couldn't find the range from outside.
I don't understand why Noble seems so impatient with the basketball. They're up by 9. There's 2 minutes left in the game, and they're not even taking 10 seconds, and they're going right to the hole.
It is kind of strange, no doubt. Gupto's shooting 2. Noble's been very consistent from the foul line tonight.
They've only missed, well, Matt Hickey has missed 3 from the line tonight.
And he's their best outside shooter, but the rest of the team been deadly. And Gupto gets them both. It's now an 11-point game. A chance to cut it to 5 just moments ago. Back to 11. Shea Demmons, another great move to the hole. Count it. And he'll go to the line for another 3-point opportunity.
Into the bag of tricks. I'm really impressed with some of the moves he's putting on. He's getting that shot, and he can pick up another 3-point play here.
Shea Demmons, 2 excellent moves in a row to the basket from the left side and using the right hand. Noble calls another timeout. They're making sure this one's not going to go by the wayside. Their best performance of the year by far. They're on top by 9. Shea Demmons has the chance to cut it to 8. A good second half for both teams. Thornton Academy has come on strong, but the Knights have countered every time. They've stayed poised, and in control of this one.
Yes, there's been some opportunities for Thornton Academy, but they've let them go. And right now, with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left, it's do or die.
At this point, I'd like to thank our sponsors who are sponsoring high school basketball and hockey. Hopefully next week, I believe we'll be covering a hockey game, the first one for us. Trojans having an excellent year inside the rink. But Grady's Radio of Orchard Beach, Rapid Rays of Saco, Phil Paquette, builder contractor of Saco, Coastal Tire of Biddeford, Dick and Benz of Biddeford, and our new sponsor just joining us. We thank them very much, Domestic Cleaning Service. We thank all of them for enabling us to bring you high school basketball and hockey. 61-52, 9-point lead for the Knights. Demons with a chance to cut it to 8. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left. It's good. 8-point lead. Thornton Academy needs a steal now. Noble doing a great job. That's backcourt right there. He got away with it. Unbelievable.
Coach Gangy didn't like it. He was right there.
And that's tough to take. You've had one called against you wrongly, then one happens right in front of you, you're the coach, and they don't call it. He stepped over the line with 1 foot, stepped back, had both feet in the other side of the court, and the official was right there on top of it and didn't call the play.
Exactly, and you can't look back to the first and second quarters for bad blown calls and think about those in a basketball game. But when it gets down to these final minutes of the game, it really hurts when you see a blown call.
Really does. Shots missed, rebound by Bouchard. And they call a foul on Pete Knight. And Bouchard will go 1-1. Big free throws coming up. A chance to cut it to 6, Jeff. Bouchard's got to relax and get both of these. Still a chance. Just under 2 minutes to go. 1:59.
Very crucial. All of the finest free throw shooters should be in there right now. But then again, you can't abandon your inside defense.
And this broadcast will be on, of course, Sunday morning. That's everyone's first chance to catch it at 10 a.m. Tune in at 9:30. There's a fine show on classified opportunities, a local show that's, if you're looking for a job or thinking about a career, very informative. That's on at 9:30 before the game, and the game at 10 on Sunday mornings, and then shown again Wednesday nights at 7, and I believe Monday nights too at 5:30. Of course, Channel 30 in Saco and Old Orchard Beach. Big free throws right now for Vic Bouchard. The senior's been having a great second half. No good. Misses the front end of a 1-on-1, and that's very tough. Hickey up court now, gets it across to Allen. Allen stuttering his feet. Gets it over to Aaron Hickey. 1:47 left. Allen fires down low to Guptill. Guptill back out to Latender. Latender to Hickey. Takes a 3. Oh my God, the kid has confidence or what? And Eric Allen goes up into the stands to try to save that one.
Well,
he's had a great ball game.
They forgive him because he has 29 points, but that's a gun type of move. When you're up and you got the ball and you're controlling the basketball, there's no sense in taking a three-pointer at that situation.
That's trying to pad your stat type of shot. Again, forced inside for the Trojans. Stay outside and take the shot. Cook does, it's short. And a foul from behind being whistled against Aaron Hickey. Thornton Academy tries, I believe, too much to force that inside. They stay outside, stay patient, keep moving around on the outside. They got some good outside shooters. You get an open J, you take it. Keep looking inside. You get a clear cut pass to the man in the low post, then get it inside to him. But
we're down by 8 with 1:23. It's time to start thinking way outside.
Yeah, you know, it's just they force that ball to the low post too often and too quickly. Matt Cook makes the first. The lead cut to 7, a chance to get it to 6. Still in this one. Gets them both. Nice roll. 6-point ball game, 1:22 left. Thornton Academy applying full court pressure on Hickey. Hickey lobs a long pass, gets it off to Allen. Allen over to Latender. Latender up front. Not person to foul is a Guptill, or actually Guptill's been strong from the line too. They got to look to the one player to foul, and I don't know who it is. They've all been shooting so well from the free throw line. Maybe Aaron Hickey right there, foul him. Actually, it's probably Matt Hickey. You said he's missed 3, right, Jeff?
That's a tough call. Well, Matt Hickey got one nullified because of the infraction in the lane there, but he's missed 2 anyway that he clearly missed from the line, but he's not the one to put on the line.
Thornton Academy gets the break. Aaron Hickey stepped on the line. Thornton Academy, whoa, almost throws it away. Shea Demons gets control. They got to look outside. Get it over to Cook. He's their three-point bomber. Down low to Bushard. He'll take the 3. Up. Good! We got ourselves a 3-point ball game. 39 seconds left. Trojans need a timeout. They get it.
Unbelievable. Big Bushard gets the ball on the corner, and he just fires it up from long range. High-arching swisheroo.
It's taken the whole second half to get back in it, but they have. It's a 3-point ball game with 37 seconds left. If you're Noble, you got to be scratching your head saying, what is going on here? They played themselves a ball game, yet they find themselves with a chance to lose this one with only 40 seconds left.
Well, if I was the Trojans right now, I'd get all your defensive halfbacks out there, the guys who are going to pick off this pass, some speed in the backcourt, speed in the front court, be able to really put some pressure on. You got 37 seconds left. You've got to get the basketball back. You can't even foul.
Well, Vic Bushard has been on fire in the second half, Jeff. He's been the story for the Trojans, as Matt Hickey was in the first half for the Knights. Bushard's been doing it for the Trojans, but so far in this ball game, Thornton Academy's full court pressure hasn't really worked. Noble's been handling it with good poise and getting it over the timeline, no problem. I think maybe they should put token pressure on full court and look to make the traps at half court, keeping 1 or 2 players underneath, because they've had their problems up near the half court line, has Noble. 37 seconds left. The time gets down under 20. You got to foul. You try to make the steal with these 17 seconds, 37 to 20, but if you don't get the steal, you got to foul and hope that they miss the front end of a 1-on-1 situation. And watch out, of course, for the intentional foul.
They're going full court
Full
pressure.
court man-to-man, gets into Latender. Latender back to Hickey. Hickey being guarded by Bushard, throws a long pass. Demons almost there. No. 2-on-1 down low to Guptill. They got to foul him. They do. Oh, the three-pointer rolls in and out. A good foul right there. He'll get 2, but that was almost a 3-point play by Guptill as he fired it up and got fouled. In that situation, you got to hammer the man, make sure he doesn't get the ball up to the basket.
Yes, they got the fortunate result, except for the fact that now they've got a guard on that rebound off this second basket. Another timeout here called by Noble. But with 28 seconds left, they only lost 9 seconds on that play. If they can get out of this with only 1 point, they're in good shape.
Well, the thing is, that lob pass that Hickey's been using to get to Eric Allen, he's done it 3 times, and just every time, Shea Demons has just missed getting to that one. And unfortunate for the Trojans, very fortunate for the Knights, and then the 2-on-1 situation created, and Guptill almost made the 3-point play. These are big, big free throws for the Knights. Thornton Academy coach Mark Gagney calls a timeout trying to ice Guptill. He's got to make at least 1 of these. He makes 1, the Knights are in good position. But
the defense wasn't bad on that last play. They collapsed down and they forced that pass, but it was a nice pass. Bounce pass that just got inside the Guptill. And yes, we're just praying for a missed foul shot here to keep this game within tight range.
Whoa. And the Knights get boisterous on the other side. Their strong contingent up and cheering, and rightfully so. Pressure free throws from Steve Guptill. Misses the second, rebounded by Bushard. Got to get it up court in a hurry. LaBelle comes up court. Being pressured, lobs it to Cook. Cook comes inside, goes to the hole, gets fouled. No, they don't call a foul. Gets the shot though. It's a 2-point ball game. 19 seconds left. Thornton Academy playing smart basketball. Matt Cook going right to the hole. And they could have whistled the foul. There really not a lot of pressure, but there was some.
Well, that's a great 3-point play if they can make it work, and a guy that can go to the hole. Matt Cook does an excellent job going inside. Authority laid it in, looked real smooth on the play. Still 19 big seconds left. 2 points separate the 2 teams.
This situation, Jeff, 19 seconds left. I'd say run it to 10 trying to make the steal. You don't, then you got to put someone to the line. You got to foul their worst free throw shooter. Looking at their foul shots tonight, Jeff, is there anybody who's missed with them? Guptill is 5 for 5, isn't he?
We only got 3 guys that have gone to the line for Noble. And Donnie Knight hit 2. Matt Hickey's hit 3 for 5. And Aaron Hickey's hit 5 out of 6. Guptill's hit 5 out of 6.
Guptill's 5 out of 6. Aaron Hickey's only 1 for 3, so maybe Aaron Hickey, if he's in the lineup, he's the person you look to foul. I'm sure Coach Gagney's aware of that. Full court pressure again. See if they can get to that pass. They can't let the pass. They get it in, and then they go back to Hickey. They can't let that happen. Aaron Hickey right there, foul him. Yes. He's the person to foul if we were going to pick somebody. Foul on Demons. And now it's up to Aaron Hickey, the junior. He's got to make at least the first one. But Thornton Academy still with the three-point opportunity, only 2 seconds off the clock. And that's
can't get loose on the board here. Key rebound.
Well, that's who we picked to foul. If you're going to foul someone, we said Aaron Hickey, 1 on 3 on the night. Big, big free throw. No good. Front rebound. Trojans got it. Matt Cook, 14, being guarded. Pressure out front. Gets it off to Demmons. Demmons back to Cook. He'll take the long one. It's up and good. 5 seconds left.
Call it for 3.
No, they're giving him 2. Tie ball game. Oh, I don't know what they're going to call. No. That's a tough call. There's no time on the clock. No time on the clock. And I thought that was a 3 by Cook.
I thought it was a 3 as well, but
he's going to go to the line with no time left. If he makes it, the game's over. He misses, we go to overtime.
Mike LaBelle had all ball on that play. I don't know how they called the foul.
Well, I mean, they were both coming in out of control, both players on the pass, and they were both going for the pass. So that's where you kind of question that one. I mean, the only way to look at that one is to watch it back on BTV, because we don't have instant replay with us, but we do have the opportunity to watch these games again. And I'd like to see that one again. It happened so quick, I'm not sure. But boy, what a tough call for an official. Only thing I can refer to last year in the playoffs of Southern Maine, Chevrolet against Westbrook. They called a similar play with 1 second left and gave Westbrook the victory, stole one from Chevrolet on a real cheap call with no time left and put a man to the line. He made both free throws and they won the game. Now here it is. If you're Noble, you got to say he's our go-to player. He's at the line. This is what we want. But he's missed a few free throws tonight.
That was to call the timeout immediately after the basket. If they can do such a thing, the offense.
There's no time left. Thornton Academy trying to get underneath the basket, but I say leave him there all by himself. Here it is. This is the ball game. 62, 62. 1 free throw. If he makes it, it's over. He does! Pressure shot. Great ball game. Matt Hickey wins the ball game. They're going to make him shoot one more. It's over. The Noble Knights' first victory of the year. What a great game, though. Great comeback for the Trojans. He ices them. 64-62 is the final. I don't know. It was a great game. I really enjoyed the basketball game, the comeback, but there was 2 or 3 real questionable calls. You don't like to blame officials. They have a tough job, no doubt about it, but that's just such a tough call with no time left on the clock. In that situation, that's a no call. You let it go, the time runs out, you go to overtime. Let someone really win the ball game instead of on a cheap call like that, which it could have gone either way.
Exactly, and now what has happened is, the Trojans played a great second half, and they go away with a bitter taste because they made some early mistakes and, some clutch play out there. Matt Cook,
boy,
excellent job.
No doubt, 5 seconds left. Matt Cook hitting that one. It looked like from three-point range. Must have had a foot just over the line. He tied it up in the ensuing play and all the chaos. A foul called. Noble Knights win this one 64-62. They go to 1-5. The Trojans fall to 1-4. A great basketball game. We'll be back to wrap this one up on BTV. Wow.
Well, Tony. Sunday morning. What is it, 10 o'clock Sunday morning? 9:30? You want to see the...
Closer. Back at Linnell Gymnasium in Saco, Harper and Jeff Harper. Probably the most exciting loss you'll ever see. And if you're a Thornton fan, it was a great game, but a tough one to take. They lose this one 64-62. They go to 1-4. The Noble Knights get their first victory of the year. They're at 1-5. And I don't know, what can you say at the end of that one, Jeff? Just a great comeback. They clawed, they fought, they held in there. Some great shooting by Vic Bushard and Matt Cook. Questionable calls at the end cost the Trojans. We'll have to watch it back and see. It was really very close ball game and tough officiating down the stretch.
Oh, a lot of calls that went against the Trojans that were very questionable from this angle. I think this replay will show it out as you watch this on TV. Vic Bushard having a great second half and leading the Trojans back into this thing. Matt Cook, some clutch shooting at the end. Can't forget Vic Bushard's fine shot down in the corner to get him close. And, it's a good positive note for the Trojans. They came back and played. So they got themselves down so bad, but they came back in the second half. Made it a ball game, made it exciting, and made it worth watching again.
Thornton played sloppy in the first half, Jeff. There's no doubt about that. But Noble played well. So they can't say that they were totally off base in the first half, but they came out in the second half, shut off Matt Hickey for a time. He lit back up at the end and hit the clutch free throws to win it. But they shut him down and started their offense up, looking to Bushard, and Bushard started to hit. So they played a real good ball game. But for Noble, you can't give them enough credit. Matt Hickey, he's out there by himself, no time left, and you see him ice both free throws to win it, and that's just a real clutch situation. He ended up with, what, 30-plus points on the night?
31 points for Matt Hickey to lead all scorers tonight, and a heck of a performance.
Definitely a great game for Noble and a good one for Thornton Academy. It's a tough loss to take and one they may be bitter in their mouth for a while, but they got to think on the positive side that they came back from a 21-point deficit at the half to tie it up, and Matt Cook's shot at the end looked like a three, but he must have had 1 foot on the line. But still, they had themselves a decent ball game. This will be shown Sunday morning, 10 o'clock. Of course, that's when you'll see it for the first time. Then again, Monday night, 5:30, and Wednesday night at 7 on Channel 30 in Saco and Olorchid. Thank our sponsors once again for helping us bring you high school basketball on BTV. We'll have some hockey for you as the season progresses. For Jeff Harper, I'm Jay Harper. Have yourselves a good week.